All right, good morning. So please do forgive me a little bit for my abrupt startup here. Um, I I had a busy weekend. I don't know about you guys. Hope everybody's Easter, Passover, whatever else you may or may not be uh observing was awesome. And if not, well, I hope you had enough free time. Um, the like I said, I only really did a few things here. So my plan is to finish up in the hinterlands. I've got a couple of kind of major side quests, like the Mercenary Fortress. I'm going to try to do that one this morning, and then uh, also head into Redcliffe and do all that nonsense. Um, One second. I apologize for the abrupt stream. I had a minor minor mishap with the cat causing issues. Every time you knock something over, you know. Okay. So, one of the things that I did, I went through and gave everybody new armor. I shouldn't say everybody. I gave almost everybody new armor. Um, but of the folks here, I did Ilari's new armor last time. Cassandra had not weapons, armor. Blocking, stunning, battlemaster mail. I hate the names that they give these, but I'm not good at coming up with better. So, um, Drakestone, iron, onyx, silk. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. 4 magic defense, 9 melee defense, including her defender coat arms, and 4% stagger on being hit, which is something that has bothered me since the first time I played this, because, you know, I get it. Stagger on being hit sounds like it sounds self-explanatory, but it took me a very long time to parse that phrasing, because I was like, what do you mean stagger on being hit? They get hit, the enemy gets staggered. Duh. This is actually made for Sarah, but I didn't have enough leather to make uh, both Varric and Sarah rogue armor. I have since gone around and gotten more leather, so I'll fix that later. Um, so that was ram leather, canine leather, more canine leather, and 5 onyx for stagger. Um, the canine leather and the fennec fur amount to exactly the same thing in both utility slots and defense slots, apparently. So I was like, I have less canine leather, so I can use the fennec leather, or fennec fur, rather, for other things. Because I have this tendency to accidentally end up with a lot of fennec fur. Because, you know, you kill the rams, and there's 5 fennecs, and they all go down. And then, of course, he gets his stupid wolf belt. Because. Um, So his was... What did I make this from? Lamb's wool, cotton, Druffalo hide, more lamb's wool. So I figured he could use the heal bonus from the cotton. And then again, the Druffalo hide was just, I have some of this, and that's all I got. So it's the early game crafting syndrome. Okay, so plan, Mercenary Fortress. And then, what even is this? That's minor. So, Mercenary Fortress, gonna head up to Red Cliff, and then most of the rest of this is either pissy little side quests or too high a level for right now. So, Mercenary Fortress and Red Cliff. That is the plan for today. See how far we get. At some point I may have to plug in MacBook, but yeah. I'm also excited because I have a Switch coming in today, so I can actually finally play Breath of the Wild, which I've only been hoping to do since it was announced. I'm really excited. I can finally meet this stupid Shark Prince that everybody's been going on about for, like, a year. Did I switch back? Yes. Okay.
Up ahead. That's the camp of our mysterious friends, unless I'm mistaken.
Trying to make sure that I actually put my daggers back, because I was trying to collect leather earlier, and when the leather runs away from you... This is a terrible mistake. Ah. That's what I wanted. Oh no. I am a squishy rogue. Let's let the tank take care of this. Oh. Aha. The slightest bit of assistance. And all that for a silver necklace. And a simple pendant. These guys are either stupidly rich because they're only carrying around stupid little trinkets, or they're extremely, extremely poor and are stupid for carrying around their little trinkets. Okay. Here we go. First things first. Because I'll forget to do it later. At this point, I have played this so many times, I'm like, I know... Oh, wait. The other one's up the tower, isn't it? Yeah. I'm like, I know where most of these are. I know where I have to look. And then I forget, like, one for all of them. That's way up there. That's right. I know what that is. Alright. Landmark. get going. Ow. That's not what I wanted. Ouch. Good, not good. No. Why am I still getting that? Are you gonna stop giving me the tutorial nonsense now? Okay. Not so bad. I don't want to go that way, do I? Oh, I missed. Help? I never really used the caltrops before this playthrough, but given I'm playing a melee rogue, if I drop the caltrops right after I grappling hook to them. Okay. This is that fun little... There's always like 5 dudes. That's what I wanted. Stealth, not grappling hook. Oh, but now I can't grapple you. That's... One day I will stop pressing the wrong buttons. Probably after I've had enough. Oh. Timing. I remember the first time I came over here and I was like, there's a shard over here, do I have to just drop down to it? And I missed. So... Luckily I now know there is a ladder. Cassandra... What are you slightly disapproving about? Oh my god. Josephine did something. I don't remember Cassandra ever disapproving of something that happened at the war table. That's a new one. I don't even remember what I sent her to do. It was some quick, well, relatively quick, like 45-minute thing. Meanwhile, Cullen's occupied for 3 hours. That's not what I wanted. Liliana's occupied for like 21. Yeah, I see you over there in the corner. Haha! Ouch. Get rid of these guys. So no. Oh, he's one of the dudes with the spinning attack. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yo, bro. Regeneration potion. Best friend. Ouch. Man. Ow. Yes, keep freezing him, please. Taking forever to go down. I mean, I guess he should, being the leader. I thought I remembered this being way harder as a side quest, though. Yeah. This guy was never this bad, but, you know, nightmare mode. Can I get behind you? Can I? I was expecting more guys. Okay, this is, could be going better. Yeah, it's just the one guy. So it could also be going worse. This is not where I want to be. So many of these swings just look like they're going directly over Ilari's head, which is great. My tiny little elf is never gonna get
Redcliffe has seen
smacked
more
by
than its
accident.
share of troubles. That the rebellion should play out here.
Unfortunate. Oh yeah, I can do Valimar. I suppose I should do Valimar before I go to Redcliffe. Right. Right. There's another enemy. What did I miss? Oh! Ouch. This is great. Don't fight in the doorway, people. Eh. Also, don't forget your poisoned weapons. Eh. Yeah! And down. Okay. Cool. Alright. Now, I seem to recall there's a little mission over here. somewhere. Likely where that arrow is on my mini-map there. Oh, this isn't the one I thought it was, though. We're gonna save. I would like to not die. Or at least if I do, I want to be able to restart. This bastard. So is the Xbox. Oh, he's only a level 8. We're also level 8. That's not too bad. I think that likely means I'm over-leveled for Redcliffe, but again... And like I said, I still want to do Valimar first so that I don't forget. Also, oh my god, everything about the deep roads. I'm gonna sound like I'm parroting Varric a lot, because I also hate the deep roads. But, you know, given that it's not an actual place, I'm usually okay. Did I miss another guy? I think I missed another guy. Whatever, I'm not worried about it. One of the shards is right here, so I might as well grab it. Okay. Next thing. I have to come near the other three to get those rifts anyway. I should just be able to cut through here to get to Valimar with relative speed. So... I have a horse. I have a horse now. I forget about the blasted horses entirely too often. Then again, me and horses are not best friends in real life, so, you know, maybe that's part of it. I don't know. This was not the direction that I should have come in, but if I'm real quick about it, I might be able to just run by and not have my horse get murdered. Cool. Okay. Run faster, horsey. There we go. Alright. Don't run into a tree. Well... bandits. No? Okay. Ah, that's... yeah. Right, this is the Avar Valley, Avar Blade Valley, whatever it's called. This is the location, which is the reason that I have 2/3 of my canine leather, because it's covered in Mabari. So we're gonna take care of these guys real quick. No. And then we can zip through here and right over to Valimar. Bloop. Can I just go up through here? Can I do that? Follow the fennec. That was a poor decision. Okay. Also, forgive me, I don't know if you can hear the phone ringing, but that was obviously not what I was going for. No. No. We're just gonna go through. Just go through. Yeah. I'm already over-leveled for this area. Just keep going. I have, I think, 4 rifts left over here. Which I have thus far ignored because the one in Ferenin Ravine is like level 12. And so is the one, I think the one at Dwarfson's Pass. Yeah, alright, I see you. Oh, jeez. How many different types of lyrium smugglers do we have? We've got dwarves, we've got someone with Mabari, which usually means Fereldans. Gosh. Usually means Fereldans and usually means humans.
With both Templars and mages here, they profit greatly from smuggling lyrium.
Yeah, they ain't stupid. They know their business. Oh. Oh no, it was iron. Okay. Alright. We're gonna save again. 'Cause, oh my god, Valimar. Let's hope this goes quickly. It usually does. Okay.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
That was effective. I hate that noise and I've never figured out what it's supposed to be.
Goodbye.
Like, is it some signaling horn? Either way, it's a terrible noise. It is absolutely the sound of impending doom. It's a lot. But at that, wow, sorry, words are hard. At that point, why does it only trigger one time and not, you know, later in the game, maybe? Ah, yes, their doom. I am their doom. That's fair. But then why is it not happening all the time? I don't know. That's fine. Now all I can think of is that one, there's a piece of, kind of party banter, not really banter, but it's, in Origins, one of the things that, Morrigan can say, while you're fighting is, I am your death! And it's the most ridiculous thing coming out of this tiny goth mage. And she is both super serious about it and sounds like desperate almost when she says it. It's weird. What did I take? It said take, so I hit the button, and then it didn't tell me what I took. You get back here. There. That's the first time. Okay. Card a note on security. We should be safe from outsiders. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Cassandra. Boop. Admittedly, this part of the Deep Roads isn't quite as awful to me anymore because it's kind of shaped like a building. But somewhere in the back of my head I'm like, we're in caves. I don't like this. It's weird how video games will make you respond to things as if you personally were there rather than a bunch of characters on a screen. Which is funny because I never understood how someone could be afraid of heights until I played Assassin's Creed, and then I went, oh, this is okay. I almost understand. Now I understand, at least in theory.
Darkspawn. These won't be the last.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
Not recently. Let's take care of this bastard first. Ow. Jeez, that took a lot of damage. Okay, are we good? For now. Ah! Cassandra is not good. Cassandra is not good. Well, I mean, she's okay. Because Cassandra. Mid-battle. Get back and get the loot so I don't forget it. Okay. Also this guy. Okay. Next. And an exclamation point behind the door. I wonder what it is. I genuinely don't remember that was the other thing. Because everything in the Deep Roads just kind of blurs together. Like, was this the time that I come in here and, you know, accidental grave robbing, or Dwarven gear? That's what it was. To open the door. pick the lock for the next door. Because that's the room I was just in.
Dark spawn are coming up through here.
We must see the dock.
Why, thank you for volunteering, Solus. Ouch. Falling back, you were doing no such thing. You should have, though. You should have. I should have let you. I'm just always afraid that he's gonna accidentally dive off the freaking balcony there. It's not good. Gotta get closer for that to work. Ouch. Ow. Let me flank you. Now let me flank you. Lord. This guy just doesn't want to go down. Ah. Oh, shit. Alright. Hey, Solus. You've got a spell for that. That's not the button. That button. Please. Yeah, it's a thing. It's fine. I have so many potions, and also I'm playing a rogue. I don't know if this is common, but with me, I've noticed that my rogues go down more than any other character class. It doesn't matter if it's my player character or just in general, my party rogues always go down first. Varric and Sarah, especially. Unless they actually succeed at staying way in the back, which, you know, AI. So, that tends to be a
So
hit or
that
miss
holds the dark spawn back.
for now. Yes, rogues are very squishy, and the other thing is the mages are smart enough to stay out of the way. Okay, so, there's a thing about this door. This is the secret door that comes up later on in the game, and you can go through it and get all of your stuff then, but you can also glitch through the door, which is the way that I've done it every other time, but I'm gonna wait for that quest this time. Oh look, more Carta guys. I do play melee rogues almost exclusively. I have had, I think, one that I've played more ranged than melee, just because I don't know. I prefer melee fighters, and I like what rogues can do. And a lot of in Dragon Age, a lot of their stuff ends up being more effective. Yes, I do try to stealth. I try. It doesn't always go well, but because I forget about stealth sometimes.
Had enough Inquisition
I'm the worst rogue. I forget about caltrops, I forget about stealth. Let's take out the leader. God damn it. Jumps right in. Wrong button. Channel Yzma. Wrong lever. I should also not at all try to do that voice. That's very... Well, there is kind of a dodge mechanic. Ouch. There is kind of a dodge mechanic because it's on my. Hang on, I'll show you. There's the this guy. You can kind of dive out of the way, but it also, you know, it's got to recharge like any other ability, so you can't just continually evade. Like in certain other games, you can just dodge roll everywhere to the point where there's you know, jokes about in Zelda games in particular, you just dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll. But this is effectively the same thing, except you're limited in the amount of times you can do it in a row, if you will. Like, that's one of the things where it doesn't matter if the ability did what you wanted it to. You use the ability. It's not like with some of the attacks where if they don't hit your target, you don't have to worry about it recharging. That one's like, congratulations, you rolled out of the way, even if it was in the wrong direction. That. For the record, that's also how I do forward rolls, and I get teased a lot in class because I do a forward roll by, like, jumping into it. And that's, not always recommended. Open the door. I have to turn both knobs first. Idiot. Now open the door.
Make their living from valuables they find on deep roads.
So, theft and grave robbing. That's how they make their living. Right? We should definitely try to emulate those people. And then there's Varric, who probably, I believe Bliss said that, he's probably hearing that phrase going, yeah, I tried to make some money off the deep roads, and my brother got this fucking lyrium idol. Almost killed all of us and fucked him up for life, and now it's apparently in Dragon Age 4, so that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see how they where they go with that one. God damn it. You're not dead yet. Fuck. This is a bad decision. Doing it anyway. I did okay with that one. That was luck, though. Not any kind of skill, that's for sure. Fuck! Okay. We're gonna... Solus is the egg, yes. He's oh man, I could talk your ear off about Dragon Age. Are you ever planning to play it, do you think? Or do you care about spoilers, because there will be so many spoilers. I've been trying to avoid a particular spoiler for this one. So why did you switch targets here? There we go. No systems. I... Three of you here and two are you, huh? That's... Alright, that's fair. So, one of the things, and I know that even if Mari gets to watch this later, she's also said she doesn't care about spoilers. So, gosh, where do I start here? You meet Flemeth in the first game. Flemeth is, as far as you know, Morrigan's mother, the goth witch bae, that everybody thinks is gorgeous, and then she talks and you go, wow, she's a bitch, but she's a funny bitch. So Flemeth, like I said, as far as you know, is Morrigan's mother, and then you meet her again later on in this game, and you go, oh wait, this is you're the goddess Mythal. You are an elven goddess. What do you mean? How does that work? Which ties back to one of Morrigan's personal quests in Origins, but you couldn't tell that at the time. Ah, shit. Hey, it worked this time. I forgot. I was wearing a life ward amulet, and it didn't do anything the first time. So, long story short, she is effectively kind of, not exactly a reincarnation of the goddess, but she's kind of, she merged with the goddess Mythal, who is the elven goddess of justice and protection, and that's the basics. So, way later, and this is the spoiler that I have been trying to avoid, you find out that Solus, your egg, who is an elven mage, and, you know, suspiciously knows a lot about weird shit, which he explains by going, oh, I've been, you know, dreamwalking and getting all of my information from the Fade, which is the magical dream universe, basically. So he pretends that he got all his information from Fade walking, but actually, secretly, he is the elven god of chaos, the Dreadwolf Fen'Harel. And you find this out at the end of the game. It's... I'm gonna keep the rest of that scene, but that's the bigger spoiler, honestly. So I'm only saying this because you mentioned that you weren't gonna spoil away was the encouragement. So all right, so that's Valimar. Yeah, it was a long time in coming. So it was kind of wait. What do you mean this absolute nerd? Oh, I guess I have to play again and pay better attention to him this time. What the fuck? So, he's one of my favorite characters for a similar reason as... Yeah, sudden dramatic reveal is right. Oh man, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, he kind of went from the character that I don't want to say I ignored him, because I didn't really ignore him, but my first playthrough, I just did all of the character conversations and didn't really do much with him, because I hit the point, and I'm about to do this today, I hit the point where you get Dorian in your party, and he was just in my party for the rest of the game. I was like, I'm okay with this. I will romance this gay mage. I love him. Yes, all of the conversation. So some of it is probably, you know, yes, just running around in the Fade, because why not? But there's things that he says about the Veil specifically, and that one gets into Trespasser and it gets complicated, so I'm gonna leave that for when I actually play through Trespasser, which is post-game DLC. But some of the things that he says about the Veil, you just listen to him and you go, oh shit. That's yeah, subtext is a good word for it. It's just it's so much. Okay. Let me see what's in my inventory. 47 out of 60, but that's not too bad because there are uh, merchants in Redcliffe. Let's see. That I can't do yet because Philanderous is an herb you get later on in the game. That's a couple of shards that I can get later. Redcliffe. Okay. So, ah, I would in I try to have a decent day at work and don't die too much might be a lot to ask of me, but I will try. Bye, alien. See you soon. Right before I go and show you the dragon. That's okay. I can also do that anyway if you're gonna come back and watch later. I'm about an hour in, almost an hour in. So, this, the Rebel Queen's Ravine. Just because I don't think I got here yet. I define too much. The Rebel Queen's Ravine. Lady Shayna. So, Lady Shayna is actually... Oh, hello, Dragonlink. Meaning the one on the screen, not the person with that username, though I would absolutely welcome them in my streams. Oh god. Okay, this was a bad decision, I think. Let's go over here. Taunt. Yeah, come at me. So that's the dragon, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go. I was just gonna show you. I was expecting the dragon to just fly by, not actually breathe fire. Why? Why is Hilari glowing? What is going on? This is new. Okay, that was a really weird rendering of the stealth mechanism, I think. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna loot these corpses. So, Lady Shayna, as I started to say, is a mythical figure. Legendary is a better word. From the Dragon Age universe. She was... I say legendary and not mythical because she seems to have been a historical figure, but then again, when you're living in a high fantasy world, everything... 3 potions. Everything kind of ends up being, you know, the mythical versus historical kinds of ends up being blurred, I suspect. So I'm gonna go to my potions table, and I'm gonna replenish my potions. Cassandra's still full up. Ditto Solus, ditto Varric. Cool. Now we go to Redcliffe. I have a horse. Ride the horse. I forget about this so much. Alright.
Yeah.
And now we get to find Redcliffe Road. See, this is the reason I don't ride horses very much in Inquisition. I just rode past a couple of Drakestone deposits and I'm just like, so many resources that I could be collecting on my way. But it's fine. You end up with so much of that shit by just playing the game. I hardly need extra. And also it's a tier 1 crafting material. So, really not a big deal. Am I going up? Yes. We go up. And then this way. Windmill. That's another thing that entertains me. Windmills are in, like, two places. There's that one, and there's the old ruined one actually in Redcliffe.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. Alright, here we go.
Turn back. We can't open the gates until the threat has passed.
That's alright, I got you. I'll pass your threat. I love the grappling hook. Terror, terror, terror. Alright. See if I can get any of this before they... Oh, I can. One down. Too far. Oh. Well. Boss. God, that was easy.
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
We need
Except
to
it
find out
didn't,
what
because I
caused
avoided all of those little
whatever
spots.
this is.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
It's absolutely not over. It's only just started. But I like your optimism, soldier.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one. Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona.
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Every time I see that elf come out to greet you, I just get so nervous for him. We should talk to the Grand Enchanter. Not that she has any answers yet. Poor Fiona. Ugh.
That windmill has weathered a great deal. I am impressed it remains standing.
You don't even know you slept through it. Talk to some real wardens sometime. Oh, also, I have read that Solus and Blackwall fucking hate each other, so I might have to put Blackwall in my party at some point just to find that out, because it sounds hilarious, and I also dislike Blackwall a lot. This is going to require deft hands fine tools, which I don't have yet. Yeah.
Mother, I had the dream again last night.
No, there'll be no talk of this.
It was so real. I talked to when I woke up.
Okay. So, I wonder...
Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden.
Oh.
Tell
me a story, storyteller.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favours blood lotus flowers.
Take a blood lotus to the lake, and the lake gives you a sword. But there's some other side quests to get first, which I... Oh boy, I hope I can do these later.
Ah, Senna, my darling. For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. You are Dalish. My Senna and I, we kept to the old ways as we could. Though I know we are as children to you. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the tablstones. Thank you.
Every time I talk to this guy, I'm just like, you should go talk to Clan Llewellyn, because I'm sure.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
I spy.
No.
But...
No.
Well, you should be good at finding things. Of course, you couldn't find Hawk.
Hufflepuffs are very good finders. Anyway.
I can't see a thing with that bright thing up in the sky.
I know your pain, bro. Ah! Sweet. Oh, wait! Wait! That means I can re-equip better daggers. Not that one, though. Goodness, I don't think I realized I had those. But I knew about these. Oh. Oh, but I could do 2 area of effect damage. Oh, why is that? Fix that. But this one does better damage. Chance to apply poison. Yeah, we're keeping that one. Okay. And then I get rid of that one, and I keep that one so I can take the grip. Oh my gosh. I have so many new weapons that I need to sell. Igneous Staff. I should keep that for Vivienne. Cassandra doesn't use these. Cassandra uses one-handed weapons. Okay, for now anyway. It's a thing. I can probably get rid of all of this. I'll keep that for Dorian. I don't have any human-trained rogues. Though, I wonder... Ooh, Vanguard coat, arms, and legs. Okay, we'll keep that in there for now. I was gonna say, I wonder if Sarah counts as human-trained, even though she's not human. Cooldown amulet, Dex amulet. Let's go cooldown. Varric still got the life word amulet. Oh yeah, she's got the Sunder. Yep, okay. From the wolves. Horn of Valor. Nobody has that one. She has that one, but I don't ever use it. Payback Strike. Go with that. Okay, for right now.
Maybe the rumors about the apostates attacking people were just rumors after all.
Either way, we're safe. That's all that matters right now.
You should talk to the magistrate.
And if this shed is what I think it is.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil?
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
I had wondered what had become of them when the mages rebelled. What a tragic waste.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
They whisper at you. All of the skulls whisper at you. Ugh. Okay. It was a really nice effect, but also... Ugh. Connor!
Are you Connor?
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
Poor kid.
Why isn't Arl Eamon in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but... at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and... it's wrong what they do in Tevinter.
Dorian would agree.
We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me,
this poor kid
every
needs
family
a
in
therapist.
this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter.
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
See, you have morals.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
See? You got your head on. You got your head on right. That poor kid. And like, I realize he is no longer a child at the time of Inquisition, but I have such a fondness for Origins. Like, it's not the same kind of immersion as Inquisition, but it's so expansive, and it's so, like, everything about Origins is, like, it's raw. It is emotionally real. Even if, like I said, it's not immersive like Inquisition, because, you know, there's some shit they hadn't figured out yet. Like the entire magic system and how everything was pronounced. That one's driving me crazy. Are laughing? No. Of course, I admit part of that may be also that I just really, really, really love Solus's voice. Because give me Yanto any day.
Wish you well, to send you off to die.
Wasn't this the bookseller that has some quest for you?
Sod it. I can't see a thing with that bright thing up in the sky.
I thought the dude was missing some stuff. Whatever. No.
Sod it. I can't see a thing with that bright thing up in the sky.
I know. I understand you. But I need to get some shit out of my inventory here. Oh. I think I have most of these. Jeweled staff blade. I don't have that, though. Acolyte staff blade. I don't remember what that looks like. I might have to... Rugged bow grip. I don't think I have that either. This is... There's so much here. Okay, I'm gonna... You can make hats and stuff. Oh man, I don't have a lot of these. It's hardly as if I buy stuff. So... Okay. What's a couple hundred gold? Oh. Okay. Can sell those. Alright. I should make sure everybody has decent skull protection. That would be intelligent. Like that. Adventurer hat. I'm gonna save that one for Dorian, 'cause yeah. Free March's helmet. I should go stick that on someone in Haven. For right now, though. I'm gonna go talk to Sister Tanner before I go into the tavern.
And how much did you need?
Because I'm gonna forget about it, because I always do.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
Let's get down to
I found a letter you
business.
sent a Templar named Corrin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The High and Mighty Inquisition needs smugglers?
The High and Mighty Inquisition needs all the help they can get.
Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
You are correct. We are definitely the safer bet. Alright. Agent acquired. Quest complete. Let's not go into the Chantry yet, because I don't think it'll let me anyway. I can talk to her revered mother later, though she's absolutely got some interesting things to say. Yeah, I started to say that elf that greets you on the way into Redcliffe, this guy over here, he always makes me so concerned, because I'm like, how are they treating you? Because everything we know about Tevinter, even Dorian's a little bit racist. And you just kind of go, okay, but are you okay? Were you a slave? Tell me you weren't a slave. Are you okay?
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter
Define
Imperium.
pledge,
An alliance
Fiona.
with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Very well. Who's in charge now?
Yeah.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The
If I
Southern
give him
Mages
nothing
are under
else,
my command.
and I do give him
And
nothing
you
else,
are the survivor.
he knows how to make an
yes?
entrance.
The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
Ilari's like, and as an elf, I am offended by your presence.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
Okay, but now I'm looking back on the fact that I just said he knows how to make an entrance and going, did you alter that too? Is your timing so good and your entrance so good because you've got your fucking time magic?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our Legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
So you kicked him out.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are
I love
no
that little
Ferelden either.
chin jerk
It
there.
seems we are both strangers here.
Like, why exactly are you here? I'm not gonna say it, but my body language will. I don't even know if they did that on
Felix, would you send for a
purpose.
scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
He's like, yeah, okay.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona,
Hilarious,
I
like,
require your
okay.
assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
You're full of it, Felix. But
I
you're
shall
great.
send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger. Ooh, very mysterious.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Who are you?
I love the music in these games.
Just linear. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
You'd rather bow to Devinter than join the Inquisition?
All you Chantry types think the same way. The Imperium is a great evil that must be avoided. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
The irony here is that she's saying this to an elf who came from a clan where the keeper is a mage. I mean, granted, they do only have max 3 mages in any given clan at a time. They had established that very, very well. But man...
Don't magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
I'm here because I believe mages deserve their freedom.
Oh, hush, Cassandra.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
No, but I'll meet her later. Clarence.
Magister Alexius does not approve of those without magic like you and me. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
This village has a history with mages, doesn't it? Do you know the details?
During the last blight, the Arl of Redcliffe became ill. Not even the efforts of the Circle could save him. His young son, who was an undiscovered mage, made a deal with a demon to keep the Arl from death. The boy became an abomination. Through him, each night, the demon raised armies of corpses to assault the village. The hero of Ferelden defeated the demon and stopped the undead hordes from destroying Redcliffe.
I'm actually in the middle of that quest right now in my Origins playthrough. Except I took a break. I got through all of the Redcliffe Castle nonsense, and then realized that I am not a sufficient level for the Temple of Sacred Ashes. So I'm in Haven, and I took a detour back to the Brazilian Forest, because you're technically supposed to do that first, pro tip.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Us.
You're one of the Tranquil?
Yes.
The Inquisition will
My
take you in.
talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have Devinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
You should come with us.
You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not?
I am.
I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Please.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Also, please, 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 please survive Haven. I know how this ends.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to Holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner.
I literally couldn't.
Make my shoulder blades itch.
That cracks me up. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch. What exactly does that mean?
Who are you?
Name's Tolwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there, since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not
Doesn't that mean he's from the same place as Dennett?
Tower's a fine place to be.
I don't know.
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that.
Yeah.
The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Fair enough.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Too bad. We're called the Inquisition. What exactly do they expect? Ooh. Ilari's a very bouncy little elf. Mostly because I do that by accident all the time. Okay. Now we can leave.
I hope it's not me.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger. So... Oh. Just noticed that my title was the same as the last one. That's not what I was going for. Okay. I suppose I might as well talk to the kid with the ram. Or rather, the kid currently without a ram.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
He must be.
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
I love how that one goes too. You just you go up to the ram, and you go, and you literally tell the ram, you're like, a young man named Jimmy would very much like it if you would go home. And the ram runs off and he goes, well, something like, well, that worked.
The Inquisition.
It's great. I love
Thank
it.
the Maker you came.
Hi.
It's been an honor.
What?
How can I help you?
You were talking. What?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
Thanks.
I take it you don't support the Tevinters?
On Drastes Ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant.
Oh my
And they
goodness.
sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
Something like that.
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of
Varric,
the most
you
holy.
look like you're having problems
I
over
can
there.
scarce live with the guilt.
And what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The Circle's voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first Enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
Well, that was a poor decision.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Hey, Larry's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing here, but thanks. Okay, and I seem to remember... Oh no, I can't open this door. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought there was... And this is the healer. That's what I can probably do in about, 2 seconds.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there.
Read list. I have all the things.
May I help you?
I found your herbs.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
Except they're herbs, because we're fantasy British.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more.
Yes, I know.
I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I don't need to have this conversation 6 times. Read list. I still have more.
A pleasure to see you again.
La 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 la.
Exactly what I needed.
La 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 la.
It's too dangerous to go hunting.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
I hate skipping stuff, but man, if I'm gonna do it all at once. Okay, now it's not telling me what the thing is.
Pleasure to see you again.
But I apparently have them.
These are perfect.
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife ear as often as I had expected. Mostly all the humans say is thank you. I expect you'll find the same. And change some minds in the process.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Yay! The funny thing about that, and it's not funny, but you can tell that the people working on this game were not all
Travel safely.
privileged white people, because I haven't been called a nasty name as often as I expected. It's not something that you know, it's not something that you hear and go, oh, that's a good thing, unless you realize that that's the best you're gonna get. The Fade, here at Ferelden. Da-na-na-na. Dorian. Oh, and I didn't bring Bull. That was a mistake. He has some great line here talking about it's always the pretty ones or watch the pretty ones or something like that.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
I've just been kind of running around with the default party, which, you know. Oh, there's too many wraiths here for this to work. Give it a shot. Ooh, good timing. And you are right in the middle of one of those time things, aren't you? Yeah, God, I hate this rift. Okay. Get out of the thing. Blech. like running through lag molasses. Dorian, you can't retreat. You're not even in the party yet. Oh, I can't see what's going on. Okay. I do not recommend looking through a rift. I'm so overleveled.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
I don't know.
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
I do better after
Suspicious
meeting you,
friends
that's
you
for
have
sure.
here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Oh, I can.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look,
because you have
you
taste.
must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I feel like this is the point where Solus would be like, excuse the fuck out of me. But...
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and
Oh, there
almost
we go.
certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe.
He's like, I don't
The
want to deal with
magic
this.
Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I
'Cause
love
he's an
my
asshole.
father, and I love my country. But this, cults, time magic, what he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Fact.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You are so close.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
Something like
The
that.
Venatori are behind those rifts, or the breach in the sky. They're even worse than I thought.
Yes, yes, they're so much worse.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those.
It's true.
You know you're his target.
Expecting the trap is the first step in
Target.
turning
I
it to your
definitely
advantage.
just misheard him
I
as
can't stay in
saying
Redcliffe.
you're his type.
Alexius
Like,
doesn't know
oh,
I'm here, and I want to keep it that
why?
way.
Because I'm an elf?
But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
That's so ominous. That's so ominous. I have always hated that line. Gracious. Okay, there's a couple of things to loot around here. So I'm gonna do that. Give me the stuff. Stuff. I think that was it. That was it. So we can go. Cool. That was not it. Ah. More Brother Genitivi. It's always Genitivi. Oh, except this one was a lecture. Delivered shortly after the release of his seminal work, In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar. King Alistair. That has a nice ring to it. I'm considering not making him king on this playthrough of Origins that I'm also in the middle of. Just because I did it the first time and I'm like, but what if I don't? I like the idea of having him in charge, but also he doesn't want to be.
This whole business is distasteful. Perhaps we are better off pursuing the Templars instead.
I'd bet you 10 royals whatever the Templars are doing is just as weird.
Oh no, it's weirder. Envy Demon. Directly in charge. Ah, there we go.
From the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Is that so hard
Define
to believe?
us.
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
So you
Sometimes
ally
to
with
achieve the
Tevinter.
world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
You should come to the Inquisition.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's
I
decision?
want to rescue everyone.
Who voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
You should come back with us. I think there's a way to actually recruit him later, but you have to get Tevinter out of the way first.
May it be with you.
Okay, so
May it be with you.
Good day. It's good to see you.
it is. Let's see. Let's do the smart thing and save.
Help you.
And check my codex here. Journal? Journal. Okay. No. Because the last landmark is in the Dragon's Lair. Okay. Rifts I can't do yet. Map to a waterfall. I forget where that is, and I'm not going to worry about it right now. Blood Lotus. Can't do yet. Flowers. Ram. And then everything else. Return to the war room. Okay. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do... In Hushed Whispers always takes a little while because I want to hear everything that there is to hear. So I think I'm gonna save that for another stream, most likely tomorrow. I'm gonna have to double check on that, so definitely check my Twitter, or just check back in here. But I should have plenty of time tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna do Tevinter Tevinter, the In Hush Whispers quest tomorrow, but for right now I'm going to take care of all of the rest of the weird shit in Redcliffe. So, which means, you know, running around like a fool for a little while, but that's fine. Just because I do have a little while that I can continue, but I've only got so much time before I have to get ready for work, so because I work evenings. So I'm at least going to take care of all of the pissy little side quests. And then tomorrow will be rescue Redcliffe from the ravages of time, if you will. By that point, I will also hopefully have made everybody their armor, catch up and make Varric the armor that I was originally going to make for him instead of the armor that I actually technically made for Sarah. Alright, let's leave some Blood Lotus, get a sword. Something something, swords, lakes, branch of government, form of government, whatever the line is. Bidoo. I'm nowhere near where I need to be for the ram, am I? That's down here. Unless it's... No, it's down here. Hey, friend. Wait. Come back. Ugh. Lord Wolseley, where have you gone? That's not you. There you are.
Lord Wolsey, I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
Ah, good. Oh no, do I have to rescue you from a bear? Oh no, okay. Lord Wolseley went that way. Okay. Okay. Let's take care of the bear just in case. I don't want to deal with... What happens if Lord Wolseley dies? Bear, come back. I can't fight you if you're way over there. Wait. I don't have my... Oh. Ah, shit. So, you know, there's that too. Hey, Larry can't swim. There's an Assassin's Creed joke in there somewhere. Can I just walk? Okay. Now it's personal. Get back here, bear. I will fight you. What is honking? My goodness. Yo! I'm serious, it's personal now. Fucking bear. That was much easier than it maybe should have been, but okay. I got bear head out of it. We're good. Okay, now back to pissy little side quests for a few minutes here. Let's see. Can't do that one yet. What was that? Flowers, right. Let's do this the easy way because it's right over here. Back to the table stones. I feel like I need to be saying a blessing or something. Gosh. Senna, beloved, may your ashes be gathered by Falundine and carried safely after all the long years you carried me. Okay. They weren't fucking around. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. This is fine.
There must be something here.
Hush, Solus. It's behind a locked door I can't unlock. Yet.
True enough. I do not suppose you found my Senna's shrine. I know it is a long way to go.
It's really not.
I clean Senna's shrine and place the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falundine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Maceranus, Darlen, take this with my gratitude. Senna would have wanted you to have it.
What a sweet old man. I have feelings. All of them hurt. Okay.
No man needs statues
I'm gonna
so great
go
as those whose remnants lie
talk to... I always do this. I have gone the wrong way. That's the healer. Hilariously, I am less likely to get turned around in the wilderness and things than I am to get turned around in fucking Redcliffe. Also true in real life, I am really, 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 really good at getting lost in cities. It's embarrassing, actually.
Lord Wolseley came back! He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
You're quite something, kid. Okay. Can I just... oh. That is a large bird. It's a gull. Okay. Can I just adopt all of the non-noble teenagers and bring them to the Inquisition, except after we have Skyhold, maybe. I don't want them to die. Let's listen to Cassandra.
The chaos has made this part of Ferelden more dangerous than ever before.
You know there was a blight here, right?
All right, yes. Except during the Blight.
It's good to see you.
Alright, I believe the storyteller was trying to get my attention. Or was it not you?
Even before the sky fell open, this was a land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of Redcliffe.
So it does? Okay. Alright. That is about all I can do here for now, so I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna bounce back to Haven. Oh! Oh no! I could do that one! That might be murder. Haha, let's find out. It's fine, I just saved. One more pissy little side quest, and then I'll bounce back to Haven. No, okay, I guess I got that already. Okay. So now we're going for the weird statue once I take out another bear. Yo! Oh. Well, okay. That was a little bit boring. Is this a new thing? No. Through here. Into the Avarblade Valley. Again. Except this time, hopefully, I'm not going to be murdered by Mabari. I have to admit, the first couple of times I played Inquisition, I was like, I don't want to hurt the Mabari. I love them. I don't want to hurt the puppies. And then now I'm like, I've played this 8 times, and I have been set upon by more Mabari than I can count. I don't feel bad anymore. Also, I'm not playing a Ferelden. I don't feel as bad in general, but also they attack you. I don't feel bad. I will forever feel bad when I accidentally kill a Fennec. Or for that matter, on purpose if I need like one more piece of hide for something. I feel terrible. I hate killing Fennec. Because they're adorable and tiny and don't actually want to hurt you. Ugh, okay. Let's see if this works. Am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be going this way. Boop, 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 boop. But you're supposed to be super, super close, which I am having trouble doing with all of my party members in the way. Badoo, 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 badoo. Okay, good enough. Good enough, apparently. Corpse. He's only level 9, but he's level 9. That wasn't too bad. Okay. I got a belt of spirit resistance. An enhanced belt of spirit resistance, even. Oh no, what's over there? Let's go see. Oh, a bear. Okay. It's fine, I need the bear hide. Still have at least one thing of, one set of armor to make. Cool. Oh, that's unfortunate. Also, only bear claws. Sigh. It's fine, I guess. This is... That's a body. More bandits. Dead stuff. Maybe I'll get leather out of it anyway. That was depressingly easy. You're bad at your jobs, guys. Or at least I'm better at mine, I suppose. Lustrous cotton. Canine leather. Bonus. Because I did actually need a little bit more canine leather. Fantastic. Okay, do I care about any of the things? I suppose I should care about elf fruit, right? That's all elf fruit. Okay. Now I should go back to Haven. Alright. Nope. I could also pick up those shards, but again, I'm going to need those when I take care of the remaining rifts, so we're just going to go back to Haven. Hi there! You have apparently come in almost at the end of my stream this morning, unfortunately. But I mean, obviously, it'll be saved in a minute, except it should say, part 4. Yeah, I usually stream, Tuesday mornings, 10 to noon Eastern, so I'm kind of right at the end of my stream right now, because I only have a little time before I gotta go get ready for work, so for right now. Oh, no, you know what? I should talk to some people, is what I should do, because I never talked to Bull, because I was like, I want to do that on the stream. So I can talk to some folks, but it's not going to be anything particularly interesting. I apologize.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Kalari learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
I'm impressed by what Cullen has accomplished with the troops.
Damn right. It takes time to build a group into a team, but he's got their loyalty. Now he just needs them to make a decent shield wall, and they'll be good to go. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Yet.
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
The last minutes of it, you mean like you're almost at the end of the game, or? Because that's...
Once you've sealed the breach,
by the time I get to that part in the game, I'm like, I'm done with everything, now what?
Who knows?
And then I'm way over leveled.
The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
End of the game. Have you played before?
It won't, but it could.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games. I'm actually this character, Ilari, and yes, same as my username, was actually the first character that I played, and I'm replaying him because I kind of did it wrong.
He saved my life.
I never
Oh,
thought
hey!
of Canary, but
Almost the same as the
he's not
character
like
on the
any
screen.
commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
I don't usually play archers, but it's a lot of fun.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and
This
hold up your end,
this
it's
is
easy.
technically my
He
9th
doesn't accept
playthrough,
any
and I'm
less.
replaying
It
my
keeps us
first
alive,
one.
he leads to
I
the front, and if you've an idea
have
that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands
a
whose
lot
captains
of
had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword.
I love
Well,
Inquisition.
like
I will
The
warn
judges
you,
might give more
though,
lip than
if
you'd
you
expect, but every one of us
go
will
back
have done our
and
lives with big
rewatch this, you may want to play the end of your playthrough first, because this particular one, if you scroll up a little tiny bit, someone encouraged me, someone that I know, encouraged me to share a spoiler that I have been kind of avoiding. So this exact particular part of the stream may not be something that you want to play before you play the end
Patched me
of
up
your
and
game.
asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
Leaping shot and focus. I'm gonna keep that in mind in the future because
Yes.
that's impressive.
The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw
One-shot
trouble coming
dragons.
and
What I
figured
usually
he'd
do with
finish me
dragons
off.
is
The guard had a flair.
I
Bull
tend
put himself
to
between me and the
put
blow.
one of the
Idiot.
master dragon
Didn't even
slaying
know me.
runes on a bow and just go from there, because that tends to be the only way that it's particularly effective.
Is it strange to work for Kunari?
For me,
He hasn't tried to convert us
that
to
I've
the
found,
Qun, if
but
that's
that's
what you're asking. Bull's charges don't
leaping
care who
shot
you light a
and
candle
focus,
for, so
huh?
long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben
I'll keep
Hasra,
that
I
in
thought
mind.
he'd left that life behind.
Maybe I'll give it a shot this time, if you will pardon the ridiculous pun.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
I love how normal Krem makes that sound. Lots of the boys write letters back home. Most of them are not spies, though. Might have a couple, who knows.
Thank you. It's kind of it.
Do I have stuff I need to sell? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, that was effective. Okay. I'm gonna go through all this crap later, actually. Not gonna worry about it. I suppose I should talk to Blackwall, right?
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
human.
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife fear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything.
Yeah, you should have.
What you do and how you do it, that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
He's like, I don't friggin' know.
It's been a whirlwind. It's hard to say where I fit.
I guess we'll have to figure that out. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, let's go fluster Cullen. It's fun. There you are.
Did you need something?
That was a little bit robotic.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
In that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. Now, I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. I sympathize with their frustrations.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, Cullen's Inquisition perks are ridiculous. I find that I don't focus on them very much initially because they're only so useful, but endurance skills. forces, I think, is just they just kind of end up categorized that way. It's possible they're called endurance skills somewhere I'm not aware of, though. But I know when you're at the war table, it just goes by forces, secrets, and I forget what Josephines are called.
The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training.
Either way, there's a lot. They're really useful, but I'm not. Like I said, I don't. Yeah, connections. That's the one. There you go. I'm like, I know it's something interpersonal, but I don't remember what it is. But they're I tend to not ever do anything with connections, and I focus almost entirely on secrets, which is kind of dumb.
Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
I start with the things that are going to give me more character interactions, and then I
Do the Templars do anything besides
go for the
hunt
stuff that's going to
mages?
give me more experience, and then I fill everything in later.
Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
Inevitably.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I haven't played the Witcher series. I've got a friend, the same friend that actually got me into Inquisition and Assassin's Creed, who's been suggesting that I play it a lot. So I don't know. I might do a playthrough of Witcher 3 is on PS4, right? Or can be, because I'm currently only streaming from PS4.
You've lived in the circle.
But I may end up playing through Witcher 3 after Inquisition. See if I can start with one. That's yeah. I tend to try to go in order, but it's one of those I can't really. I'm not very good at focusing on video games lately, so I keep bouncing around between them. So the Witcher series is going to take quite a while, I suspect.
Templars and mages never speak to each other.
They sound really interesting. I've got a few friends that are into
Templars
them.
are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, he must act quickly, without hesitation.
I made the mistake of following my friend's advice and starting the Assassin's Creed series with the Ezio trilogy. And don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I was playing through the Ezio trilogy going, I feel like I'm missing something. So I went back and I played 1, and then everything else made sense again. And then I've played in order ever since. And that was also what I did with Dragon Age. She wanted me to start with 2. I was like, no, I'm going to start with Origins. And Origins is, in fact, the only one that I've only played once all the way through. I'm in the middle of my second playthrough now. And I've played 2 and Inquisition several times each, but like Origins is the one that really sticks in my head because there's so much of it. 6 months, meaning that's how long it took you to go through the Witcher series?
I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that.
I mean, there are also Assassin's Creed books and
When it's
Dragon
over,
Age books.
you give yourself to a
The
life
Assassin's
of
Creed
service.
books are
That's when you're given a filter.
a different quality, let's say, than the Dragon Age ones.
We are not to seek wealth
Witcher
or
series, okay.
acknowledgement.
I don't think I realized there were books. I should have, but either way.
That's all I wanted to know.
Are they really good?
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
No, I do have other matters to attend. I want to fluster you, Cullen.
Did you need something?
The Assassin's Creed ones, yeah.
Did you leave anyone behind?
They're,
No. I
not
fear I made
not
few
my
friends
style,
there, and my family
I'll say.
forever.
No one special caught your interest.
I can't say I was looking. Honestly,
The
was
one
not
for
good company.
3,
I take it you're not looking now.
between the needs of the
yeah, they're the same as the game, but the
I can't say that I am.
I have to be honest, the style of narration
I should get to
is
know you
really it's very I don't know. It's too
Alright.
close to the game,
Where
and
are
in
you
the same
from?
way, it's kind of a little bit dry to me.
I grew up in Ferelden near Honley.
Whereas
I was
at least in
transferred to
3,
Kirkwall
you're getting a
shortly
little bit of
after the Blood.
backstory, or the one for
First
3.
I'd returned in almost
I
10
forget
years.
the title, but I read it a while ago.
You haven't seen
I at
Ferelden
least
in
enjoyed
10
that one
years.
because you got a little
Are
bit
you
of
glad to be
backstory, and you
back?
got a little bit of Hatham, which you didn't really get in the game. That was
Now, between the Divine's murder and
really,
breach,
really
I've arrived
interesting.
to
It
find
didn't.
nothing but chaos.
I mean, obviously, because they didn't have the full backstory set for Edward, you didn't get
in
anything
Ferelden
that was
during the
really in
Blight.
character for
Did you
Edward.
fight
But
Darkspawn?
either way, besides that,
I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I
it was decent.
remained there.
The one for 2 really
happened at the
didn't
Circle Tower?
do it for me so
You
much.
who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Tell me about Kirkwall.
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad.
Anders.
Other than that, it was fine.
Oh yeah, Cassandra is absolutely... Like, really most of the tanks are just
What happened between
super,
Kirkwall's
super
mages
OP.
and
I shouldn't say that, I've never used Blackwall.
You must have heard people
I'm probably gonna stick him in
you were there.
my party just so that I can hear all the banter.
between mages and
But
Templars long before I arrived.
Cassandra is super overpowered, Bull can be super overpowered. It really depends on which
Abominations began killing both
skills you
sides.
grab.
It was a nightmare.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she's... Oh, the guard stuff, okay, so the easiest playthrough that I think I had was the one I played a...
Turned on her own men.
Wow, 70 guard.
Too far.
So you opposed her?
That's impressive. 2000 HP is about right, but 70 guard. I think my the easiest time I had playing Inquisition all the way through was I was playing a champion, a dwarven champion, so he had all of the guard skills and a bunch of
Apparently I spent too much time with a
like
serious expression.
charisma stuff that was, I don't know how to describe it. It was the easiest time that I had playing the
I'll
game.
let you return to your work.
And like I said, this is playthrough number 9, which I'm replaying the first one, so because I decided that I did it wrong. I didn't do enough with my first character. Mage Hunter plus attack speed. Mage Hunter. Is that a Witcher reference? Because I'm not quite following.
Go in peace, Herald of Undraste.
Oh right, I haven't talked to Vivienne either.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called.
Congratulations.
I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
Oh wow, that would have been incredible if I'd found that. 3 guard every time you attack. You would just never take damage. I mean, honestly, Lavi didn't take a lot of damage either, but my dwarven inquisitor there was
The war benefits no one.
so
It must end.
he was
order
also
must be
kind of
restored.
overpowered, and I had
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death.
oh
has
okay,
shattered the
I don't pay
balance
enough
of power
attention
in
to the
Thedas.
vendors at Skyhold. That might
If it
be
is
why.
not restored quickly,
I never
countless
buy
lives
stuff in
will
this
be
game
lost.
because after a certain point I'm
Mages,
like, I can just
Templars,
make
innocent
everything,
people
but I
of
can't
all
make that
kinds
one.
now look to the Inquisition
That's good to
decide
know.
their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
See, it's
Failure is
that
a
thing
luxury
about
we cannot
playing
afford, my
logically
For
and
almost
playing
1,000
well.
years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of
Nice.
his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But
Hmm.
if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness.
That line
I've
always
stolen
kind
enough
of
of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
bothers me. The way it's phrased implies a belief in the Maker that I don't play him with. Killed mobs. Nice. Every mob? That's impressive. Oh, man. You got this down, man. That sounds like Walking Bomb, but better. That's
Thank you for
That's
all
a
of
good
your
one.
joy.
Ah, I missed. This is what I get for looking down at my screen instead of watching my game. Okay.
Apothecary Adon wanted to know when you might be able to provide the materials he needs.
We will study that.
That sounds really intense. Elemental mines and explosions going off everywhere. That's, like I said, you've clearly got this down to a science.
Good day to you.
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
Dancing around the true
Exactly do you
story,
mean when you
Josephine.
say the game?
A true diplomat.
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
That's just kind of it's just basic banter, really. It's you go back, you talk to all the characters. That's part of the reason I'm doing this kind of at the end of things now.
What business are the Montiliers?
Because it's not
exactly?
particularly
We began as merchants. My
in-depth.
ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
'Cause I
should
don't.
much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you...
He's like, don't say that.
In any case,
Please.
many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Welp.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
I don't remember. Ah, yes. Yeah, they definitely did. A lot of stuff in this game makes it either makes sense with the accents or it makes sense with what I know. And it's kind of I know exactly enough of yeah, there's a lot of weird little pronunciation differences, like all of the a lot of the usages will be American English, but a lot of the pronunciations will sound a little bit strange to me because I'm American, but a lot of them are not American English pronunciation. So it's a weird little balance that I think they maybe did a little differently than they wanted to.
Master Dennett's horses are a fine addition to our stables. I will see
There's
they are
Liliana.
well tended.
Right, Josephine, I'm gonna send you to do no. Grey Warden Treaties. Because I keep forgetting that I have that.
At your service.
Okay. I know that Dragon Age 4 is in planning stages at least. There was a um, trailer released for it recently, and the lyrium idol from 2 featured pretty centrally in it, and so did Solus. So that's not surprising given the events of Inquisition, but
Closing the breach is our primary goal.
I'm looking forward to
But
what
I
they
hope
do
we
with
might
it.
also discover what was used to
I'm not as hype as
Any
most of the
artifact of such
fandom
power is
because
dangerous. The destruction
most
of
of the
populace
fandom's
goes
like
that much.
going nuts, and I'm like, we're not going to see this for another year at least, so I'm going to save my excitement for
You don't think whatever created
when
the
it's coming.
explosion was destroyed in the blast?
But
You survived, did you not? The
it's in the
artifact that
plans.
created the breach is unlike anything seen
Yeah,
in
same
this
publisher.
age. I will not believe
BioWare
it
EA.
destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
So we shall see.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
Talk to me,
I'd
Solus.
be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture.
Snarky
You are
bastard.
Danish, are you not?
What's your problem with Danish?
Yay, loot boxes. Yeah, let's not.
Stories misheard and repeated wrongly 1,000 times.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details,
I'm
I
hoping that
walk
they
the
don't
fade.
make everything
I have seen things they have not.
paid. That's gonna suck. There are implications near the end of Inquisition that
Fine, you think we're terrible. What about the alienages full of elves who aren't
4 is probably going to take place
What would it
in
benefit some poor man in a Ferelden alienage to learn that his ancestors
Tevinter.
strode the land like gods?
That
It would
is
only make him bitter.
mainly implied
Or inspire him to take a
after
foolish
the
risk
end of
and have himself
Trespasser,
killed.
actually.
You've decided his reaction for him.
Which,
Perhaps I have.
if you are
have questions,
interested
I think the
in
answers will help.
getting more of the story, I recommend it. It's not necessarily the most... It's not the most immersive DLC. The other two are a lot of fun, but Trespasser is the one that's really story heavy, and really I think it should have been released as part of the game. Trespasser, there's a lot of cutscenes, so if you don't skip the cutscenes, I think it took me about 7 hours or so. It's not super gameplay heavy. There's only a few maps and it's very linear. So it ends up, you know, the gameplay itself doesn't take a lot of time. But it's the conclusion. Like I said, I think it should have been released as part of the game. Yeah, it doesn't take very long. It's just, like I said, it's very cutscene heavy. So it's a lot of plot squished into not very much playtime, and you get a few. You can find a few more codex entries that give you a lot of information. It's very dense. So if you're in it for the story, Trespasser is kind of it's the conclusion that Inquisition deserved, and I think it sucks that they made you buy it separately. But I can't bitch too much because I got Inquisition secondhand.
What can you tell me about elves
and I've
living
gotten
in
so
human
much play value out of it. The other two, the Descent DLC and Jaws of Hakon. Jaws of Hakon is just a lot of fun. I don't think it really does too much to
Is elven magic
richen the
different from magic
story
used by
that
humans?
much, except that you see the Avar and you get to you kind of get to see their culture, and you're basically running around amidst Vikings. It's fun, but again, it's not super like tied into the story. You get a little bit. You get a little bit of extra backstory from Jaws of Hakon, like history of the Inquisition. Game of the Year. Does that mean it came with the DLC? Because I forget what's in the Game of the Year version. Because I did not get that version.
To increase their lifespan.
Nice.
It was simply
Yeah,
part of
I
the
would
enamel.
definitely
The subtle beauty of their
I would
magic was
definitely
effect,
recommend
not the
playing
cause
them.
of
They're a
nature.
lot of fun.
Some
The
spells took years
Jaws
to
of Hakon and
Echoes
the
would
Descent
linger for
DLC give you an
centuries.
entire
Harmonies
extra
would
map.
gleam.
The Jaws of Hakon
Ending
gives
symphony.
you the Frostback Mountains, and the Descent
You
DLC
said that
lets
the
you run
censure
around in the
against
deep
blood
roads.
magic was a superstition.
I did.
The Descent is a
Fortunately, Cassandra is not
weird
within earshot.
little
Most modern cultures forbid blood magic.
that
Publicly, even
one
divinity
kind
is
of ties it
considered.
back into
But
two
as I said,
a little
magic
bit,
is magic.
or at least I think it
matters
does.
only in how it
It
is
focuses a
used.
lot on lyrium and how lyrium works, basically. So I thought it was a lot of really
To be honest, I don't see it as
interesting
different from any other
information.
magic.
It's
a
kind
means
of
to an end.
world building more than it is
problem is that under the
tied
champion,
into
blood
Inquisition.
magic is
Jaws of
forbidden for
Hakon
only
is a little
criminals.
bit of
While in
backstory
Divinity,
specifically
magic is
for
weak
the
nature.
Inquisition,
Instead of keeping
and
their volatile
like I said,
friends in
Trespasser
check,
is really the
they always
conclusion that
succeed in
Inquisition
power.
should have had.
They have never had the chance to learn another way.
Oh, that's rough. 2025 FPS. Yeah, I bet. That's... Yikes. That's not so good.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Not so good. I've already been in here. Yeah, that's about right for Inquisition, honestly. 60 is much more doable than 25.
So, this is it, huh?
Yep. Low
Oh, no,
textures
it's
for
fine,
sure.
Yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway,
I love Sarah.
stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that.
You
Well,
can
a
try.
hat doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Plugging in my MacBook. There we go. Goodness.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like, what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
Sounds ideal.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
I have not played BioShock Infinite. I have to be honest, that one... The general appeal of that one sounds awesome because I love horror games, but at the same time, me and Needles do not get along, so I'm looking at some of the enemies going, yeah, maybe not.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset
Like,
you.
regular Needles freak me out. I don't necessarily need to be chased around a screen by gigantic, freaky needle things, and
There was this
I don't know.
idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the
I
surface,
know
and,
the
well,
main
everything's
story,
gone
and I
now.
know a lot of the spoilers, though, because I told one of my exes that I was not
So
going to
what is
play,
it?
and they
Just
decided that
another
they were
kind
going to
of
tell me,
lyrium?
which was fine,
Red stuff
because
is
I don't
lyrium,
care about
like a
spoilers if
dragon
I'm not
is a
planning to
lizard.
play.
It's not just a different color.
Not a
It's
horror game, and
whole host
am I
of
mixing it up with
weirdness all
someone
its
else,
own.
something else then?
I've written to every mining
Possibly.
cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
And I do know that it's not Biohazard,
makes it
because that's
special?
Resident Evil to me.
Regular lyrium
But
can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen.
That
Red
must be-
lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least
Oh,
100
okay.
paces
So
from
they
it
switched
since.
genres for 3, huh? Interesting.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tag it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I'm not the best at focusing
I
on
think that's
things, so a
enough on
lot
Red
of
Lyrian.
my
Yeah,
games have been
not
very
really my favorite subject.
specific. Like, I focus on a series more than I do really anything else. So I've played Dragon Age a bunch of times, and I've played... that's what I want. I've played Dragon Age a whole bunch. I've played Assassin's Creed. I've played, like, individual series more than I have specific games. So, okay. And with that, I hate to kind of abruptly cut this short, but that's part of the reason I was tootling around Haven. I just almost said Skyhold. It is not Skyhold yet. I have to go make myself lunch and get ready for work. So thank you for hanging out. I'm sorry for kind of only ending up doing, silly little stuff by the time you actually got here. MH Segi? Is that your? Sweet. So, see you soon. I'm hoping to get up another stream tomorrow so that I can actually go through the Redcliffe situation I'm going to do in Hushed Whispers on my next stream, and then go from there, siding with the mages, because that's what I do. But thank you everybody for hanging out. I will see you soon.